Salutări și bine v-am regăsit! Suntem la Otaku Festival 2014 alături de nimeni altul decât Big Man Tyrone și îi vom pune câteva întrebări în legătură cu experiența sa în România. Hello!
Hi.
As you might have heard, I've introduced you already, but for those of our watchers who don't know who you are, give us a bit of an introduction.
My name is Big Man Tyrone, but I've been recently upgraded to Almighty Samurai Tyrone. So beware when you use my title.
That's great. I think this is your first trip to Romania, right?
It's my first trip ever.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
So you must have like a humongous amount of new things that you've seen and experiences. Tell us about what you think about the country and the Otaku Festival.
First of all, the country. The impression I have of this country is a very old one of political turmoil at the time of Nicolae Ceausescu.
Yeah,
because
that's been 20 years gone already.
About 20 years gone. But that's the memory I have because it's about that's when I was a journalist. I was practicing journalism and I was following with horror how this dictator tried to ruin this country, but how the country stood up for itself and slew him. Very sad ending, but a very, very, very good news for the democracy of this country. Now, the Otaku Festival this is my very first, as you saw.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I've been really wowed by is the effort, is the Herculean effort that the organizers have put into this. If you look at the detail, if you look at all the planning and all the execution that has gone into this, you cannot but doff your hat to these guys and say, well done to you, Christian, well done to you, Bogdano, well done to you, Alex, well done to you, Lex, well done to all the team that have put this event together. I've never in the last 10 years seen an event that has come up with such magnitude and been organized and executed with such precision. And I'm really, really overawed by what I've seen. Now, there are a lot of things that I can appreciate in this event. If you look at the cosplayers themselves, especially all the international cosplayers, you saw those fantastic outfits, costing thousands of dollars that they've put on themselves. And these are people that are at the top of their art. Kaname, Pugovka, Lina La, Peggy, and Ricky. These are all fantastic stars that I have the singular pleasure. It's a treat for me, meeting all these people and shaking their hands. And that's one of the things that I'll take away from Otaku 2014.
Now, what about the public? Because a con, a convention, or a festival like this is nothing if people don't attend and if people don't come dressed as their own favorite characters. What's the impression you got from them? Because I think you talked to a couple.
We have an impression that the people that make these events are the big stars, they are the Pugovkas, they are the Lina Laos. But those are just the cherry on the cake. The actual cake is the public. Now, look at these guys that I was talking to, a short while ago. These are nameless, faceless people. But they've gone to all the trouble to make all these great costumes. Now, look at the lady standing there with that rainbow, with that arrow. Look at how much trouble she's put into it. So we have all the public to thank for this. They are committed. They've spent their money. They've dedicated their time. They've given their talent and also their moral support to make sure that Otaku is inscribed in the annals of history.
That's great. So were you invited here as a special guest or as a co-host? And in case you're a co-host, what do you have planned?
Well, I was actually invited as a co-host, but then when I talked to the host yesterday, and I told him his name is Rami, Rami, and I said, Rami, look, Big Man Tyrone is your student.
Of course.
I came here as your student. I've never been to this thing before. You've been doing 4 editions before.
Yes.
And I actually called him a legend in my interview, in my YouTube interview yesterday. I said, well, Rami, you know what? His name is Victor Vrabet, a.k.a. Rami. I said, I am a student, so I've come here to look at you and to learn from you. But next year, watch out. Because next year, Big Man Tyrone,
Samurai Tyrone,
is going to take over the show.
That's great. Thank you for your time, Tyrone. It was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.